is Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and today is Monday morning. Ooh, it got dark. And I am just now in my Etsy room here to start packaging items. Actually, last night I was receiving some emails, actually some messages from someone on Etsy, and she was wondering all different questions about this light that I have. I'll show you in just a minute what I'm talking about, but it's this light that I've had for a very long time. Gosh, I don't know, it's been so long. I've had this light forever, and I finally got around to listing it. It sold for $149 with free shipping, so that's really cool. And I think I paid, I don't know what I paid, between $5 and $10 for it. But it's a really cool light, and she was asking all sorts of questions last night during the Oscars. That was on, and so I was watching that, but so Aaron was getting really upset because I kept getting up and down. But I want to do things, like, I don't know, I'm kind of addicted in a way, but I was like, gosh, that's a good question. I don't know, I need to go look. So, yeah, she was asking, well, does it cast a shadow whenever you put the light in there? I'm like, I've never thought about that. What it is, here, I'll just have to show you. But what it is this really cool light, and it does look like it could cast a shadow. So I was like, I don't want to just make up an answer. I was thinking it probably doesn't, because why would they design a light like that? But so I came down here, I put the light up on this thing here. I turned all the lights out, so it was just me in the dark. And I turned that light on to let the light kind of shine through, and there was no shadows or weird casting with it. But now I know. So I said that, and then she was like, well, what about, and then she was asking about the electronic part, this here. She was like, there's 3 holes there. Does it work? Why are there only 2 wires? And I was like, well, there's a positive and a neutral, and then I don't really know what this other hole is for, but you don't need it. And so I told her that, but then I was like, gosh, is that really true? So then I tested it. Yeah, so it's all fine and dandy. The light works. I tested it in a very unprofessional, not safe way, so I'm not even gonna tell you how I do it, but you could probably put 2 and 2 together. Let's just say I used an extension cord. I didn't go straight to the wall. So this is the light in question, and I'll insert a photo of what it actually looks like because it's kind of cool whenever it's all put together. But this item here is the base of the unit, and it goes like that up into the wall. And then there is like 3 little receptors here where you can put the chains. And it's these ball joint, I'm just making words up. There's this chain that has all these little balls on it, and it hangs from that. So it kind of, this saucer sort of just hangs below the ceiling in a semi-flush mount manner. And then this really cool medallion with it's just so cool. I love this so much. But she was wondering, gosh, can you tell that with all these lines? She was wondering if it was going to cast all these weird shadows. And I was thinking, I don't know, it might. So I tried it out and it doesn't. But anyways, that sold for $150. So that's really cool. And I got to package that up. So that's going to go in a big old box. Obviously, the USPS does not have boxes that size, but I do buy them. So it's probably going to be that very large 18-18-24. Hopefully that works. Well, I can't do this with one hand. But this looks like it's about 15 inches wide. So it'll all be fine. It'll work out. And I do have a shipping video if you're curious about how I would ship something like this. I don't have this exact item, obviously, but the video is pretty in-depth, and it goes about all the different ways that I ship certain things. Something like this being metal, you know, there's a metal item I had in there. I would just do my best to protect the glass piece and put padding on the bottom, the sides, the top, and you know, it's all going to be fine. These are a couple other light shades that I have currently listed. I just picked up another one. So I need to actually go film that video shortly, the haul video of that. I do pretty well on these. Oh, that's a little bug. I do pretty well on these. They go for about $30 or so, sometimes more depending on the style. Like this one here, for instance, being mid-century with this fun starburst, I have much higher than like 30 bucks because it's so unique and it's a circle. So it's very atomic styling. And so I do pick them up because people have those mid-century houses and they want to have, really cool fancy lights. So that's what I'm doing. I have this here to package, and then I sold a few other things. So that's pretty much my morning right now. And yeah, I'm going to work on trying to get some things sort of taken care of. This is really almost the extent of what I have to list, so it's not much right now. But if I do what I normally do in the winter and let it build up, it's going to turn into like 20 or 30 items, and then it gets a little bit ridiculous. So if I can convince myself to get this photographed, that'd be grand, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But if you're afraid of clowns, look away. Under here I have two, this is a really cool picture, by the way, this scene here. But under this I have these, I guess they're paint by number. I don't know for sure what they are, but they're really cool. You can see there it's sideways on purpose. But it's really neat. And there's a pair of them, slightly different pictures here. So I'm not sure what those are going to do. I do think that they go for pretty good money, but this is one of those things I've frankly what I did. So a lot of the stuff was in my spare room, and I have been putting it in there and forgetting about it. And it's not on purpose, but it just happened because I don't necessarily like photographing something like this because of the glare and the size of it. And then I'm thinking later down the line of, oh, how am I going to ship that? It's kind of annoying. So there's just these reasons, or I'm like, I picked up this really cool bowl and I kind of liked it and I kind of wanted it, but it's not really, I mean, I don't know. It's just, there's reasons and I don't know why, but they're there. So we're going to maybe try to focus on getting those done, but I am jaw-jacking way too much. So I wanted to give an update on our spare room. I've been working the last few days trying to get it organized, but right now I'm standing in our spare bedroom that I use for reselling and warehousing. I have got to say, I really worked hard and diligently over the last few days in getting this organized. I see a lot of carpet now, so that's really great. But I have a couple boxes over here full of items that I have priced. They're ready for the booth. Anything that I wanted to put online, I pulled out of this room and I'm saying, list it. And honestly, what I did is I just had to go through everything and say, do I want to list this or not? You know, it's kind of like it's sat in here so long, I need to make a decision with it. Because there's so many things that, you know, you pick up and you're like, you know, I could make money on that probably. But at the end of the day, it ended up in here and not in my box that automatically goes online. And the question is why? So it's sort of like the room of misfit items. Here are the two boxes of items that I have been pricing. These are for the booth. They go in one of my booths. I have two of them. And they've literally been sitting on the floor over here for the longest of time. And I guess have been telling myself, oh, I don't have room for them. I'll just wait and hang on to them for a bit until I have room. But, you know, if I want to be honest with myself, I think I can make these things fit in the booth. If not, they don't fit right away, I can pull things that have been in there way too long. So I think I've been hanging on too long of certain things in the booth, and that is not what you need to do. And so I think it's time to finally pull some items from the booth and bring in some fresh stuff. So there is a ton of stuff in these boxes. This one here is mostly larger items. And this one is full of a whole bunch of smalls, lots of little things that are going to add up to good money. And so that's great. But that is definitely going to happen. I'm going to pull both those boxes out on Wednesday whenever I go to the booth and get those all stocked up. There's just some other things in here. Now, this is stuff that I really can't do much about. They all pertain to the new booth, the third booth that I don't have the space for yet. But these are like some wall items, some chalkware things that are going to be good. We've got some pans, some little doodads over there. And then this literally is things that I don't have room for. I know I don't, because they're things that have to be on the floor. And there's only so much floor space to be had. So that's stuff that I'm fine with not having room with. But as you can see, there's lots of carpet, you know? This is great. Couple items here that are going to go in the booth. They're fabric based. Those are priced, ready to go. But yeah, I'm feeling really good about this. And oh, by the way, so this is something I have no clue what it is, but it measures 148, I think, inches long. My goodness. And the width is about 64. Okay. I posted this on Instagram because I was really curious if anybody had an idea. I had people saying anything from a blanket for a crib or curtains. But this is not the right material for curtains as far as I'm concerned. So I'm not sure what this is. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. But it's going to hang out in here for the time being. And then eventually it'll be listed. It didn't make the cut as of recent because I did have a whole pile of stuff there that I went ahead and finally listed. They were fabric items. So that was one of them. And I was like measuring it and it was way too big. So I didn't have a clue what to do about it. So yeah, there's some things over here. Let's just ignore that. But on the whole, we're doing pretty good. I wanted to jump on here real quick. This is another morning, another day, but I wanted to let you know about Pirate Ship. I've talked about it many times, but this is a huge money savings if you're not using it. It's completely free. I don't make any money off of it. I just want you to know about it and use it if you think you can benefit from it, like I do. So this is a 7-pound box. It measures 13 by 10 by 5. Now the measurements do matter in this case because we are using Priority Mail Cubic, and that is a service that the USPS offers, but websites like Etsy, I think even eBay, do not offer it to you, and it's a huge deal. So how much is this box going to? Now we're in Southern Illinois, and it's going up to New York. A 7-pound box. Wouldn't you think 15 bucks? No. How about $9.50? Okay. Now the next stage down from Priority Mail Cubic is Parcel Select Ground, and it would have been $15.23 or retail $16.70. But look here, Priority Mail Cubic, $9.50. It's a huge deal. 7-pound box, and the way that they're able to do that is it's literally called cubic because it's the dimensions of your box more so than even the weight. So they want to know the cubed dimensions of this box, and that is what dictates the price. So I just have to let you know. Now I have a separate video on this if you want to look it up. It's about pirateship.com, but there's really no reason not to use it. It's completely easy. Everything automatically imports from Etsy and eBay. All of your weights and dimensions, box sizes, they get imported for you. So you just have to push a button that says import each morning whenever you're doing your shipping, and it's done. Really, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.